Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the channel. I'm filming another video today, and this one is not on car stuff, but instead on the truck. This is gonna be why I got this truck specifically, the specific year model, the specific packages that I put on it, the mods that I've done, and what I get it again, future mods, stuff like that. V8 in it. It has a four-wheel drive system in it, and I got this used. It was about 30,000-ish. It had about 90,000 miles when I got it. I obviously had it inspected by a certified dealer, made sure that everything was good before I bought it, and then I did a little bit of maintenance myself, and then I did a couple mods to it. So I'm going to walk through the specifics of why I love this truck and then the mods that I've done to it. Okay, so the first thing I want to touch on is why this engine. I got the 5.0 Coyote in it. The other one that's very common is the 3.5 EcoBoost. I chose to get the Coyote just because I like him more. I'm familiar with him. I've worked on it a lot on the car. It's obviously the truck version, so it's a little bit more torquey, a little bit less horsepower. But if anything breaks on it, I'm decently familiar with them. I like working on them. Also, I like how it sounds better. Maybe it makes a little bit less power for pulling a trailer like the EcoBoost does, but for daily driving, it sounds good. It's torquey enough you can get out of the hole if you really need to get around a car or something. And then I can work on it easily. So that's why I chose the Coyote engine. Okay, next for me was what package to get. For me, it was between either the Lariat or the Platinum. The Platinum, some of it is looks and some of it is functionality. The looks is that the grille here is specific to the Platinum. The Lariats, some of them have these nicer headlights, but the Platinums always have these headlights. The Platinums have the power running boards. You open a door, you get power deploying running boards on both sides. And then the bed, you have this applique on the back, which is only to the Platinum as well. They also have some interior features that are nicer. They're all gonna have leather. They're all gonna have heated and cooled seats on the inside. They're all gonna have massaging seats, so heated and cooled seats there. They're gonna have massaging seats. And then most of them, I think all, but I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, are gonna have the double sunroof up there. Maybe I'll open it up later, but those are all really nice features. The Fords, they have the window in the back here you can open up as well, the small little one there. So I like to roll the back windows down for the doggo, and the back one, whenever we're going less than 50 or whatever, he loves to pop his head out the window. That makes him happy, and it's nice to have the functionality for the rear window and then the sunroof up there. Just some fancy perks that I like in the Platinum version. Okay, next, so when I get into the mods, obviously it has wheels on it. It's not lifted. A lot of people think it is. It's just leveled. It has the very cheap and easy to do rough country leveling kit. I installed that, I think it was like a week after I bought the truck. Threw those in there, good to go. And then it has Hostel Fury 20x10 -19 offset wheels wrapped in Toyo Open Country RT 35 by 11.5. So it's like a 34.5 if you measure it specifically, but they call it a 35. The front does have some trimming. I did pull out the crash bars. It was the easiest way to make them fit. Trimmed a little bit here and a little bit on the back there. And it still rubs a tiny bit if you turn it all the way, but for the most part, you can drive it wherever you need to, get it in a tight spot. Pretty simple. Other mods, I love these fog lights. They're blacked out housings and LED, so they match the color of the upper headlights. Stock, it comes with a halogen on the bottom there, so the colors do not match because the headlights are LED. These are like 70 bucks. Super easy to throw in. They're Raxiom black housing LED fog lights. Big fan of those. Then the truck just had a lot of chrome, so this here is the next thing I did. It's the Putco window trim, like 70 bucks once again. Just kind of goes on there, makes that look black instead of all the chrome that's on that. And then moving down the side, I pull off the stickers off of all my F150s. I had a white one before, and I think it just makes it look cleaner. I don't really need it to show that it has 4x4. Most all of them have that, so sticker, pulled that off, cleaned it for a good little while, and now you can't even tell that it ever had a sticker there. Completely gone. Moving around to the back, You might have seen the previous video, but I had to get new taillights. These are Morimoto XB taillights. They're like $570. I think with shipping and everything, it was like $600. They do allow you to put the bliss sensors back in. You'll see this little spot here for where the bliss sensor goes. I've not currently put them back in yet because the reason why I put these in is that my stock ones were stolen. And part of not putting them back in is that if someone steals them again, I don't have to worry about the sensors. I'm only out $600, buy a new set, pop them back in there, good to go. There is a little pop-up in the truck whenever you get in there that says, hey, the bliss isn't working, but the truck still drives perfectly fine. A little dash light that pops up. And the only thing is whenever you're driving, there's no little yellow thing here. It's just not gonna have that little bliss light pop up. Otherwise, use your mirrors like a normal person and you're good to go. Because the taillights were stolen, I did this mod here, the latch lid in the bed. So here, on the other side, it prevents robbers from trying to get something in there to break that. And then this little cover here on the tail, so they can't stick something in there to pop it open. That was also super cheap, easy to do. Made sure that I have a little bit of security. If they really wanted to, they could still steal them, but it should help. And then, yeah, if they do steal them, I'll just replace them. $600, bam, new ones. These taillights have been nice though. They are a little bit more blacked out than the stock ones. The housing area here is black. The sensor or the cover on the bliss sensor is black. And theirs is about the same, a tiny bit difference in the design, but for the most part it's the same. I'm gonna move on some more mods here in a second. So as I was just mentioning, I want to show it. When you get in the truck and turn it on, there's a little pop-up there, cross traffic system fault, and then blind system fault. And then whenever you're driving, just that one little thing there that shows up that says that the bliss is off. Otherwise it drives perfectly normal, even though your taillights are stolen. Other things that I really like on the inside of the truck, it has this four-wheel drive automatic feature. So if you pop it in 4A, it's not going to be in four-wheel drive, it's going to be in two-wheel drive all the time until it feels that it's slipping. Then it will enable the four-wheel drive. So you get the same gas mileage as two-wheel drive until it feels something going on. So when I'm in the rain or if it's any bad weather, I flick it to 4A and then the truck gives me a little extra safety there. There's the heated and cooled seats, which in Texas, I feel like the Texas Edition truck should be a cooled seat. The Texas Edition truck, F150, comes with heated seats only for like XLTs and stuff like that. That should be the real Texas Edition. Give it the cooled seat option. And then the massaging seats are in here. You can go into the massage section and turn it on, or there's a button on the side. The little dot there is the way to turn it on as well. And then just to show this too, is that the sunroof opens up all the way. Give it one click and it goes just the driver, and then two clicks and it goes the full way, front and back. And that's just another nice part of the Platinum, is it has that. I mean, who doesn't like a little bit of creature comforts? Those are definitely helpful. Okay, so I will address the one issue I have had with this vehicle, and that is the IMRCs. So it seems like it's a pretty common issue that the IMRCs on this get stuck. The little rail in the back there that turns, sorry, the servo in the back of the intake manifold there, that turns the rod that opens the little valves inside of the intake manifold. It either gets smoothed off or it stops working, but basically the servo is trying to turn it and it just won't, it can't spin because it's not catching, because it's rounded off or it's broken. So that happened to me. Is one side of the intake manifold was not working. It would throw the code. The truck drove fine. I kept driving like that for a little bit because I still had order parts and everything. I think I drove for a week or two like that. It was okay. Just had the pop-up in the dash. So I locked them out. I used the UPR lockout kit. That wasn't too hard to do. Threw that in there, and then I tuned it with 5-star tuning. It's just a simple performance tune, but on 89, and it drives perfectly fine. And then it has a sport mode that is a little bit quicker, which I hardly ever use. I pretty much just do the regular mode. And that is the one issue that I have with it. Once you fix that, either replace it or do the lockout. Lockout's a whole lot cheaper, and then you can tune it afterwards. Then that's pretty much a bulletproof Coyote. They run great, they do what they need them to do, and as long as you put good gas in it and take care of it, it should take care of you. Another little mod that I did was here in the back. I usually keep these seats up because it leaves space for the dog, but it's a BuiltRight release strap, which is right here behind this. You can grab it and it makes it easier to pull the seats down. I'm gonna do this first. This one, and then that. And then you can get behind here. Fortunately or unfortunately, the Platinum comes with a subwoofer, and so there's not really a whole lot of space. If you had a Lariat or an XLT, there'd be more space back here. So I haven't really been able to use it, but that little latch is helpful to get the seat down quicker. There's just not a whole lot of space back there on the Platinum because the subwoofer is there. Heads up, if you want to get it and you have a Platinum, it ain't gonna do much. Also want to mention some of the deletes that I did. The moment I got the truck and leveled and did wheels and tires, I take off this little front lip thing here. I think it adds to the height of the truck for $3.99. And I just like how it looks better. Maybe it decreases gas mileage, but doesn't really get that good gas mileage anyways. And then the Platinum came with a little step thing that was right here. I don't need it, I'm 6'4". It's part of why I have a truck like this, is because I need space, I need height, headroom in it. So I took that off, I sold it on Facebook Marketplace, made a little bit of money. And the other side, I don't think had that, but it might be an option thing. Mine didn't come with it, but it had the bracket underneath there, so who knows. Another thing I did right when I got the truck home from buying it was removing the antenna. I can't believe that a vehicle as new as a 2017 comes with an antenna as high as the top of the vehicle. And I was gonna replace it with a little stubby one, but I just took it off quickly just because I hated how it looked. And then I've never had any issues. With absolutely zero antenna on here, I can still listen to the radio perfectly fine. I've never had a problem. And then most of the time I use CarPlay or Bluetooth, so I hardly ever use it anyways. $3.99 once again, take it off, I think it looks better. Okay, we're almost done, but I'm covering just a couple more things. This truck came with, and if I didn't have them, I probably would have bought them, the all-weather floor mats for the rear, and then also for the front. And they are super helpful, because if you have mud on your boots or whatever, you just pull that out, wash them off real quick, and then you are good to go. If I did not get those with the truck, then I definitely would have added those. Another thing, especially in Texas, this truck came tinted already. The back is darker than the front. I might darken it up a little bit later, but for now it's been good. You can definitely notice the difference with the heat having the tint. You don't have to put sunglasses on right when you get in your vehicle, and then also it keeps the heat down and it's so much more bearable. Okay, one more thing on the inside here. I actually got this from my previous truck and then carried it over to this one, is the sun screen for the front. This one is like F150 specific. It's, I think, Suncraft or something like that, but it's cut to the exact size for the front windshield. And so it helps a lot whenever I park it and it's outside. That keeps the heat down as well. And then whenever I'm not using it, I just tuck it in right back there underneath the seats, and that has been super helpful. Also, a little thing that was annoying, whenever you turn left and right, this little tray will slide if there's anything in it at all. And so maybe I'm a janky person, but I just threw some duct tape on there and that keeps it from moving. It's just the sound, but it keeps it in place as well. If I open it, I know that all my stuff is right here on the right. You just grab it and you're good to go. So that, I don't know if I recommend it or not, but I like that. I found it helpful. Okay, so to finish off, I just want to cover the main reason why I chose the specific truck. So this specific truck has enough of the new modern things, but not too much of it. What I mean specifically is the auto start stop. So if you look here on the dash, there's no button for the auto start stop because this truck does not have it. You never have to get in and hit the auto start stop thing. Maybe it's just a car person thing, maybe it's just a regular person thing. I hate the auto start stop. I don't ever want to have it on a vehicle, so I don't have to delete it or anything. This vehicle just does not come with it, but it does come with the technology that I did want. So it has the heated and cooled seats, has the massaging seats, it has Sync 3 in it, it has CarPlay in it. It does not have wireless CarPlay, but it has all the rest of the fancy stuff. Heated steering wheel, I mean, all the bougie things that, like, you know, trucks, modern trucks have these days. So that was one of the main reasons. It also has the Ford Pass app, which basically you pull up your phone, you can be at work, you can be inside the building at work, turn on your truck, and it'll run for 15 minutes. Basically, by the time I get out to my truck, it'll be completely cooled down to whatever the temp settings were set at, and I hop in and it's good to go. I find that super helpful, especially here in Texas, where it's 95 degrees outside, literally right now at 8 o'clock. And when you finally get out to your vehicle, and I'd like it to be cooled down and not hotter than Satan's butt crack. Oh, a couple more little fun features on the inside. There's a button, you can fold the mirrors in. Whenever the mirrors are out, there are lights underneath the bottom of them, and if you need a little extra light to see things, there's a little button there to turn it on. Same as in the bed of the truck, there's a bed lights in there, there's a button to turn those on as well. It has a trailer backup. I've never used that because I just back it up like a real person. And also it has adaptive cruise control in this truck, which I've used while trailering, going 70 miles an hour, and it's been perfect. Okay, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. I know this might not be the most riveting content, but it's something that I wanted to see when I was deployed and I was looking for what vehicle to get when I came back. I wanted to see a little bit more of the specifics on vehicles like this, a couple mods to it, things about reliability, things people had issues with, and then just, you know, some of the nice things on the inside. So most of my videos that I've made so far have been like, hey, this is what I find helpful, I hope this helps you, so that's why I post it. Sometime soon here we'll post some more interesting content with the car. I plan to make a video about what it's like to drive a big turbo Coyote S197, and then maybe a little bit of racing with people and stuff like that. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions, please comment, and thanks for watching. I appreciate your time.